Hello everybody, welcome to the walkthrough for Act 4. Obviously I'll be using and demonstrating the Act 4 solo clutch deck, the LMG Pipe Bomb deck. Works great with the bots. We'll be talking about sort of the methodology? Why would I use that word? I'm going to talk about the method that I use to get the most value out of this deck, why this deck works for me, why it can work for you in general. We're going to double down on being able to kill mutations. I don't know why I've been spawning with double bandage. We'll get some pain pills. I prefer pain pills. And then we'll get our pipe bombs. We love to see the pipe bombs on sale. If we get a site like the site, I don't really worry about getting like a ACOG or whatever. If it's got an ACOG or a Cypress scope, I just take it for what it is. Preferably we don't want swap speed, but we'll take what we get, right? I'd rather spend money.
Is it too much to ask for to have some soap and deodorant along with the bullets and guns?
Well said, Doc. Well said. I'd rather have extra pipe bombs than the correct attachment for like a stock or things like that. The only sort of essential things is maybe we want like an extra mag size or reload speed, but reload speed firepower, that's more than dandy. Just because I think like a good offense is a good defense, right? Like you can't die if you just blow everything up before it gets to you, which is why grenade duping was so strong, right? So grenade pipe bombs are on sale. We'll buy 2 more bandages, an extra defib. Pick up these. We have 4 bandages. That'll be our means of actual healing once it's all said and done. Some pain pills down there. Defib. What is extra pain pills? We have 8 pipe bombs. Right. Right.
We are engaging the creature.
Oh.
My God. The area is riddled with tunnels.
Did we just glitch it? Does this count as us starting it? Let me do some weird... Okay, anyways. So I usually just like to stand right here. Tentacles? Okay. Here they come. Here are the tentacles. I like to stand right here. I like to try and shoot the tentacle. I don't know if this actually works, but we need to get aggro on us. We want the tentacle to hit our bots as little as possible. And I tend to find that this very first tentacle is the hardest part. Even if one bot gets hit by the tentacle, it's not the end of the world. We just don't want them getting, like, all splash damage. Because, like, 3 or 4 hits with the tentacle will kill. Oh, that's good. It's on us.
Give away.
So I would say you want at least 8 pipe bombs. And don't be afraid to use them. Because you really want to keep the bots as healthy as possible for as long as possible. And then we'll just use the LMG to mow down things from a distance and getting headshots. Remember to get headshots. We want our stacks of in the zone. Once you stabilize, because each tentacle will spawn a horde. Once you stabilize, move on to this pathing, very specific here. Now we're just gonna hug this right wall. If you hug this right wall, like, the chances of you, like, getting hit by the acid are very, very low. Trigger the tentacle, run away. So we want to not have the bots get hit by the tentacle. Get back in our corner. This corner, for sure, 100% you don't get hit by the acid. The bots will be meat shields. But you sort of push them a little bit, right? We can sort of push them a little bit. And then back up into our corner.
Thank you, Christine.
Got our 10 stacks up in the zone. Feels good. This is super duper important. I'm going to timestamp this. There is a glitch right now, or a bug. I don't know if online or offline mode is bugged, but in offline mode, I find that a infinite horde will spawn after the first or second tentacle. So like right now, it would just be like a constant flood of zombies. That doesn't happen at all in online mode. It only happens in offline mode. And it makes offline mode way, 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 way harder than online mode, I think, because you end up needing to burn all your pipe bombs. Basically brute force your way to the tentacles. Oh, it's happening right now. But it's recruit mode. Kill the tentacle, which should spawn a horde. So I don't know if online should be doing this as well, like online is bugged and not spawning the horde like it should.
Not my fault you're in the way.
You might need this. Ammo here.
That's mine.
And of course ammo's not an issue as far as playing with the bots. Same thing now, you can run through this and sort of time the acid drops. Seems like the tentacles are less responsive in recruit mode. But there's a lot of acid going on here, right? You can do this, run there, trigger the tentacle. I actually like to, once we've done this, we're going to swap sides here. We're going to swap sides. I'm going to get away from this guy spitting all this acid. Here's our new corner. This is our new corner right here. Go run. Hugging the barbed wire.
It's coming down. Get down.
Pipe bomb, because it's fun. We have plenty left. And I find that this very last tentacle, killing the 4th tentacle, doesn't seem to spawn a horde. Okay, great. It's going well. We'll use this opportunity to restock on our pills and all that stuff. Didn't I drop bandages? Yes, I did. There they are.
Got to patch this up.
Heal our extra teammates up.
Thank you.
And if you sort of feel that you need more pipe bombs, then you don't have to buy the extra bandages like I did. You just buy an extra pipe bomb.
Much stuff.
Now we need ammo. Alright, we just want to loot some ammo. We're not even going to loot that crate. There's nothing in there that we need other than like an extra bandage or two, but it's really not a big deal. So this is very important. We're going to pipe immediately when we go down. It's almost always flooded with a crap ton of zombies in nightmare mode when we go down into this tunnel.
Might as well get it over with.
And beware that happens. But we're going to pipe bomb right into the abomination. Right next to the abomination if we can, because it will blow up and deal damage to the abomination and get them all pissed off. So notice here, these little gooey holes. These are where the tentacles can come out of. We want to obviously stand where there's no tentacles. The tentacle on the very, very far right is not the most obvious as far as where its hole is. This is the hardest part of the fight, I think, because this is where you're going to feel the most pressure to use your pipe bombs. The other things that we need to notice about our tentacles is when they vomit. They always come out, they vomit, and then they strike. So like this far tentacle vomited first, and then this one did. So this one striked first, and then the other one did, right? We can use that to our advantage as far as understanding which side to hug a little bit if we're in a tight spot. The next tentacle wave, I'll put myself in a sketchy spot. Right, so we'll go like this. Actually, this doesn't work.
You see that?
There's 2 tentacles coming out of one right there. That doesn't work. If you did the double tentacle there, it's super duper tight. Don't risk it.
You're going to die. Nothing can stand that much punishment for long.
Keep in mind too that all the tentacles, they do an extra. They do an extra wham. They do an extra whammy. So don't hug the tentacles. It'll smash and get you again, just like that. here's a good example. We can dodge this right here. So this one's gonna go first, so we'll go further to the left or right, and then we'll go left. So you see which one vomits first. You get away from it. Even though we're standing underneath a sketchy tentacle, we go away from the one that's vomiting first. Let it fall down. Let it strike, and then we'll go over and hug it, and that will sort of help guarantee that you can dodge in a sketchy situation.
Huh. Oh, now I know what's ever happened to me.
And the faster you can go on this, the better. There's obviously going to be better damage builds out there as far as what I'm showing here with the LMG, but I found this to be the most flexible. I know not everyone likes to snipe, and I think having a LMG with near infinite ammo is more appealing. So two pathing here. With bots, I will typically go up there with the bots. But if we're fast enough here, which we were not, we can go left. We can go left. And I'm going to demonstrate it after he leaves here, but with bots, I typically like to go up to the right here first. Just because it's a nice sort of, like, it's easier for the bots to stand here and hold off the horde and be a meat shield. Because the direction in which all the spawns happen is way more confined.
Doesn't look like you have much time left. If we keep shooting, it's going to fall apart.
And so we'll pop it. Pop the tail. The hit marker on some of these is kind of wonky.
Reloading.
Get our extra ammo.
Perfect.
We can heal ourselves.
Still okay.
And then I want to real quick show off
Incoming.
the other spot. So if I were playing with human people, I would tell them, hey, I'm going to go left. And I would stand right here. And if you get here fast enough, the abomination is right here. You can actually just stand like right here. And once the abomination like moves his hand forward, you get behind his elbow and you can see the right one immediately and start shooting it. And the abomination has like just begun. It's like 10 seconds into the abomination going forward. You can start unloading on it. Then you can go topside and start getting the top one. Start getting the top one. And then, in fact, you can get to right about here, I believe, into this little cubby here. The abomination is almost through. You can see the bottom one from standing right here. If you don't like that, you can go through this tunnel. Right, the abomination is digging his way through the wall.
Nothing to worry about.
He's digging his way through the wall. We've killed the left side. We've killed the top side. We can get right here. And as he's walking over us, we can see the bottom one. We can see the bottom one early.
Ammo here.
Keep in mind, a lot of this mush you can sort of like jump spam, sprint through.
Just a minute there. Nothing can stand up as punishment for law. That's calling.
Ammo.
Now when it comes to killing the bottom one, you can also get down here as well. As you can see. Now the hit marker is a little wonky when you're on the side. But we're at the second wall, and we can sort of just follow it in almost. Don't get too close to touch it, right? Don't want to touch it. That's it. Get some vision here, please. But actually, down here, right? Look at this. Little blood river. Once you see the blood river, you can get in the blood river and you can look up and shoot the final one as well. And that's it. And I mean, those are the spots to get to the certain...
I'm never gonna be able to eat noodles again.
Let me cancel this. Those are sort of the nice locations that you can get to quickly enough to get a really quick advantage on the abomination. Because there does tend to be like a sort of lull period for the first like 10, 15-ish seconds of this third phase of the fight. Abomination is broken down in 3 points, right? The street fight, the tonsil fight, and then the auto scroller fight where he's marching his way to Fort Hope because for whatever reason he knows where we live. And if you do that, real nice, real quick. Just get to the spot, get set up, pop your thing, move to the next spot, right? And ideally you want to have 2-ish pipe bombs left, so that when you're in transition from point A to point B, you can pipe bomb that'll keep your bots safe, keep your meat shields healthy, and you can get to the next spot quickly. The alternative route is you can, with the bots, go far left with them, but I've had the bots get crushed to death by the abomination, because if you're fast enough you can sprint in front of it, and the bots will try to follow you, and then they'll get trapped in front of the abomination. They'll get crushed to death, which is why I go right, because it's just safer for the bots. And the spawns are like that one hole, and then the like tentacle that goes up. Those are the only 2 entrances to that right spot, making it much easier for the bots to sort of stand in between us and the horde, and they can meat shield for us while we pop the right side and the top side of the abomination. That's it. You'll see in the playthrough videos how easy this act can actually be. This is one of the acts where, like, can be super duper easy if you have even semi-decent teammates. Like, even, like, barely better than bots teammates. This mission can be totally free. Totally free. The only part where you'll tend to see people start panicking is in the Tonsil fight, when the Tentacles come out and they like, oh, I don't know where to stand. You will know where to stand. Ping. Go stand in the correct place and then ping like crazy and be like, hey, stand here. Once you're out of that Tonsil fight, the rest of it is free. Tell your teammates where you're going. Pop your node. Get to that bottom one, because that bottom one tends to be the pain in the butt one. Hopefully your teammates can pop 1 node and you can pop 2 or 3 and you're golden. But if somebody on your team is actually running a real damage build, because keep in mind, we only have 3 cards, technically 4 with Tactical Vest, that's invested in the damage. There's way, way, way more potential for damage as far as decks go. And you can have people who have sniper rifles that are one-shotting or almost two-shotting the weak spots on the abomination. If that's the case, the reason why I really, really like this deck is that if that's the case, you have somebody on your team who's really, really strong that way, you protect them. And I talk about that in the solo clutch deck as well, where if we're playing with bots, we sort of are trying to fulfill 2 roles with the LMG deck, and I think it works nicely. If we're playing with real people, we let them fulfill their roles, and then we succeed at killing zombies and pipe bombing and things like that. And be sure to pipe bomb at the mouth. That's critical. Timestamp all the stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is the end. This is going to be the end of the Nightmare Guide. I'll do more, obviously, when the new campaigns are coming out. But, what do I do now? I'll see you guys in the future.